What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the podcast. We are live again with a couple unboxings. Thank you for joining me. Uh, gonna open up quite a few things, have a small discussion about model cars. Like I said, the last couple of years, I've been trying to rebuy a bunch of model cars that I had before. What I'm doing is, you know, I don't remember what happened to my old model cars. I have no idea. If anybody ever sees this and I gave you one or something, let me know because I want to know what happened to them. So I had a '57 Chevy that I did a long time ago, a purple one, and it had a mural in the back that my boy Noel. At the time, I wasn't into painting that good, and my boy Noel helped me out with it, and I have no clue what happened to that. All right, so first one is this. How do you say? Maestro design. So I know this isn't a model car, all right? I mean, it is, but it isn't, right? It's already done. Here's the thing. I got this for these wheels. Okay. One of my one of my things with these models, the boxes all torn up, but I got it cheap. I got it like for $20 or something with the box being torn up. So I'm not mad about that. Got two sets of wheels right here. The black and chrome and all chrome, which are usually my two favorite types of wheels. Not bad. I'll eventually probably build this. I'm sure we'll do a mural or do something on it as a test piece. But that'll be later on. Right now, I'm just kind of using these for these wheels. Uh, so it's a 1967 Ford Mustang GT. Now, when I go to a Hobby Lobby and places like that and I see these models, I'm always like, damn, why can't we get wheels this good? You know, I know we have a lowrider. Was it lowrider model car parts, Gavin? Awesome. If you're looking for those types of wheels, but these kinds of wheels, I almost feel like if they come with a model car, they're not as clean. You don't get the deep dish, the staggered. You don't get the right size, or the tires just don't look quite right. But like I said, I'm still jumping back into this and I need to discover more places where I can get them. For now, I bought these because I like these wheels so much. Any type of wheel like this that makes any car look like a muscle car, that's where I'm at right there. So I know it's kind of hard to see, but these wheels are clean, man. These are awesome. And yeah, I don't want to be spending all this money, obviously paying for a model just to get the wheels, but I really like these, and I'm gonna test fit them on other stuff. So that's the first one. The second one that I got, just put the mic over here. There's also from eBay. So what happened is 65 Lokes was telling me about this 57 Chevy that what's his name? I believe Dennis Matthew. Oh, look, they packaged this really nice. Dennis Matheson gifted him that I didn't even know existed. Um, oh, they really did a nice job. Shout out to them for doing this. So I got this on eBay for a few bucks. And I kept looking and looking, and you know, that they really packaged this nice. So it's pretty cool. Not as not as nice as Skill Riders package. Nobody packages as good as Skill Riders. I'll tell you that. He's the best at that. We'll throw some goodies in there for you too, and he'll bag everything up. We'll look at that in a minute. I saved that best one for last. All right, so here it is, 1957 Bel Air. We have a lot of glare. Let me see if I think it's just because I'm under that light. All right, that works. Shouts out to MKC, by the way. If you don't know about this company, this is Montana Knife Company. They have the best knives. It's funny, you buy these knives for EDC and all that. You end up just opening box at MKC. They are pricey, but they got like the best knives on the market. If any of you guys are interested in that, so 1957 Chevy Bel Air. Here it goes. Beautiful artwork. I always like to see that. You know, um, Look at that old school two-tone blue with the white. This is like a champagne, like a pink champagne or something with a white top. Beautiful, beautiful car. Uh, Little orange sherbet there. Really nice. And so I guess this comes with photo etched. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I've never done photo etched. That's something that I'm going to be doing here on a live one day. So it's pretty cool. It's your instructions. Not bad. Funny, when I was a kid, I learned a lot about cars looking at these instructions, seeing how these model kits work. So there you go. There's the 57 right there. There's all the plastic, interior, all that. It is complete. I'm wondering where that photo etch is. Oh, here we go. That's pretty cool. What's this? Looking for more photos and look no further. Oh, order a book. Maybe we'll get that. Carculture.com. That's pretty cool. Maybe we'll purchase that and check it out. That's pretty cool. Decals right here. Where are they? You can see them. And there's your photo etch. That's so cool. I've heard of the photo etch. I've never done it. It looks like they have some bare metal foil right there, which is awesome. That's pretty cool. I've never gotten a model like that, so this is pretty cool to see. I look forward to checking that out a little more. Like I said, there's your 57. Looks standard. Looks like all the other ones I've seen, which is cool. Nice vanilla white color. All right, we'll put that away. I'm gonna probably order this book for later on. All right, and last but definitely not least, so my boy Edgar. So for those of you that don't know, I met Edgar some years ago at Redwood City, California, at one of the paint classes that was done by the legendary late Danny D. Man, R.I.P. to him. And he had a Skill Rider shirt, and I was like, "What is that?" And I had no idea that they were still making models, and I got back into it. We became good friends. He's actually the reason why I started this podcast. If it wasn't for Edgar, you would not be listening to me right now. So thank you, Edgar. Shout out, and thank you for all your help, all your advice. He helped me get this computer. All I had was, I think I just had my camera, but all my rigs, all my lighting, all the stuff, the Stream Deck, everything from Elgato, the computer, the PC, all that, and but more than that, just the motivation. Nobody motivated me more than Edgar, man, and I'm very grateful to you, my friend. I appreciate that. I'll always appreciate you for that, man. So thank you. All right, so let's see what we got. Oh, look, they come in little boxes, which is cool. All right. See, one thing that I love about Scale Riders is he packages everything like this in a nice little baggie for you. I love that, man. Just the presentation, just properly boxing everything. Look at that. I got a saw right here. You know what? Thanks, man. I've always wanted this saw. Pretty cool with the miter box. With the hobby knife right there. Nice thick one. I like these thick ones with these thick grips. I got this other one that I recently started using from him too, at Skill Riders. As a matter of fact, this little board right here. This little board, it's a cutting mat, but it's also my guide for the to know where I can position stuff. That's pretty cool. This Tamiya, man, it's awesome. About $30, I think, on his website, but just the weight. I'm a big guy, so I have a big grip, and these are good too. These big blades right here, so I'll definitely be checking that out, man. That's awesome. Attaches to that, and then there's a little miter box, so can't wait to get going with that. All right, we'll put that aside. We'll do this one. See, I love when he does this, man. These individual bags like this. I even sometimes store certain things just like this, So what do we got right here? Custom paint TNT. That's cool. Always love the stickers. All right. So this is a weathering sponge brush. for now, I got this Tamiya Weathering Master thing. It's orange rust, gunmetal, and silver. I'm gonna start weathering stuff. I have a. This is something I got at NNOS. This guy gave it to me. It's all messed up, but I wanted it messed up. It's okay that it's broken. See, it's got that little chip right here. I don't know if you can see. It's got that broken piece right there. So we're gonna weather this. I'm gonna airbrush it. Look, this door's all messed up. I think one of these. Yeah, look, see, broken right there. No problem. Um, we're gonna weather all this, and it's got a bunch of messed up, underlaying stuff. So if you ever mess something up and just kind of gave up and said, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, you can still get one of these and weather it, and just play with it and learn how to do it. Man, I kind of messed up. I wish I would have got more of these at that NNL West. This guy had a bunch of them, and I got some here and there. But now that I started the channel, I kind of wish I had a little more. Look, there's a crack right there. We're gonna do some orange cancer spots right there, really cool, and that big crack going up into there. I'm gonna show you guys how to weather these things. Other than just spraying models, I'm gonna teach you guys how to do like effects, displays, how to paint cement. I did that wood trick with Edgar, but we'll do some more of that later on. So here's the Weather Master. This is pretty cool. There's quite a few of them, but I'm gonna just start with this and kind of mess with it, see what I come up with. And of course, this is a weathering sponge that you just kind of use, which is interesting enough because I do canvas work, I do all kinds of other art, and what's interesting about this is only, like a brush. When we do it on canvas, this is how we weather stuff. You know, normally you start with like a dark color, and then you start adding. You go from darkest to lightest, right? And nothing nothing applies better than this type of sponge, this type of brush. So this is pretty cool. I can't wait to get into that. All right, what do we got? Vision 124. Vision 124. Shout out to Vision 124, man. As a matter of fact, so 65 Lokes interviewed him, and in that interview, he was talking about how he sent a model to Armando to help him paint, and he was talking about some of the struggles with painting. And after that podcast was done, I told Edgar, you know what? That's it. I'm starting a podcast, and I'm gonna start teaching everyone what I know how to paint. So shout out to you, brother. Beautiful, beautiful work by the way. Look at those wheels. Look how beautiful those wheels are. That's what I'm talking about. That big fat lip. Look at that too. Beautiful. So it's pretty cool. Like I said, with Edgar, he always spoils me and sends me a bunch of cool stuff. Diversified scalers. That's pretty cool. More Vision 124. And I always use these stickers. I always post them up. I have a wall up here. I'll show you guys one day. It's pretty cool. Scale model cars. And the scale riders. That's always dope. My love for models, man, it regenerated because of him and this guy too. Shout out to Armando Flores, man. I had no idea he was still painting until I met Edgar. I was like, man, when I was little, I used to idolize this guy named Armando Flores, man. He was like the best, and he was like, I know him. So that's pretty cool. What is that? Model car meeting contest coming fall 2026 in New Jersey. That's pretty cool. I got to start going to these. I'm gonna be heading out to LA tomorrow. Tomorrow those get-togethers, man. Model cars and coffee, $10 per person. Sunday, March 22nd. That's pretty cool. Always cool to get these flyers. This is always cool. Yep. So I appreciate that. All right. Now to the big one. So the paints. So that's cool. They're in little boxes. So that's awesome. So what I did is I ordered a bunch of Tamiya paint. Here's the thing. I've never used Tamiya paint ever. I hear it's great. I hear in the modeling world it's awesome. And I saw that he put them up on the site. He did a post. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to check this out. So let's see what we got. These are lacquers. And I used to paint a lot with lacquer back in the days. My favorite clear is lacquer clear. I have very small amounts of that stuff. Just white. I don't know if you guys could see, but I did wanna. Turn this very carefully. So you see right here by the number 7. Look at how much white. That's actually the white right there. That little sliver of white. This is a mixed, right? The paint has settled. Look at how much, I guess, reducer and chemical is up in there. So when you guys are mixing your colors and your airbrush colors, keep that in mind. You add some paint to your color cup or whatever. Look at how much reducer is in there, and I'm sure there's other chemical in here or whatever, but it's not that much paint. You know, that way you're sure not to overload your airbrushes. Obviously, if you're gonna give look, there's the solid settle to the bottom. That's always good to see if you pull out your colors, so you can check that out. So I pretty much ordered a bunch of colors. I got gunmetal. So I don't have it here, but I bought a. I'll show it to you guys one day. I bought obviously my channel's Paint Maverick. Always been a fan of Top Gun, and I bought the Top Gun the model, the what is this light gunmetal. So I just want to see the difference. Light gunmetal, regular gunmetal. I can see it. It's pretty cool. And yeah, I got some flat white. I just want to mess with it. I have other colors that I use. Sparkling silver. Some of these are close to what that shit recommends in the instructions. What is that? Orange. What is this? Clear orange. Cool. That's awesome. I've never used that. This is really cool. This orange right here. If you see that, look how nice that is. That almost I can't wait to start painting the model cars, the lights, the orange and the lights. That's gonna be perfect for that. And this one too is this clear yellow. Yup. See that? I got that amber. Cool. So that's some of the things I'm interested in painting. Rubber black. That's cool for like a convertible, like for a top to make a top look convertible or something like that. And some interior parts. I got some smoke. Smoke is one of my favorite airbrush colors. Oh, and I got some clear. There's some clear right there. I want to see how this clear measures up with other clears. LP9. So there you go. Tamiya is great. The Tamiya stuff that I do have, all of it's great. It's always good brand. Legit. Their models are legit. They just are awesome. And thanks, Edgar, for sending them in these little boxes. I could keep them stored in here. What do we got? Mica blue, clear red. That's another cool. Let's see. Look, see how clear it is. Damn, it almost looks like a candy, like a KK or whatever. But yeah, this is gonna be good for some tail lights. Pure red. That's damn. That's a nice red. Just some engine covers will look good in that. What's this? It doesn't say. Clear. Oh, clear. More clear red. Cool. Guess I got 2 of those. Semi-gloss black. Pretty cool. And then I believe this is. I think I went through them all. It's a blue right here. What's this? Clear blue. Black. Silver. Lacquer thinner. I'm glad that I remembered to order this. So this is what I heard. I have to convert in gloss aluminum. So what I heard is, see how it's tilted a little. See how it's not all the way filled up? It's like up to right here. It's like up to the label. I heard, I gotta find out though. This is unconfirmed reports that if you get your thinner and you pour it in here up to one of these lines, I believe it's the line right up here. Let me close this before I spill it. You got to look at cups like this. They all have like a, like for example, this goes up to here. See the bottom of this gray right here? If you fill that up to thinner and shake it, you have a perfect already mixed airbrush color ready to go. I guess if you want to If you want to hand brush it, it's going to be a problem. But if you're just going to airbrush, that's perfect to go. You should still be able to brush it on. Shouldn't be a problem. But we will be looking at that. Those are all things that I'm going to cover on the channel. So I'm just I'm ready. I'm getting some stuff ready to go. I got to clear up my station back here. I've been changing up a lot of things, getting ready. I had to change everything to put this desk. This desk is actually where it's my light table where I draw. So I built this set, and I had to move a bunch of stuff that I got to get organized. Once that's done, we will get started painting. And I don't know if you can see it back there, but my compressor, I just got that compressor. It's brand new. I haven't even used it yet, so I got to light it up, and we will start airbrushing. My airbrush, which where did it go? I put it here somewhere. I I discovered something the other day. This happens to all artists. I don't want you guys to be discouraged, but we're gonna start by cleaning this airbrush. This airbrush, as you can see right here, see the trigger? When you push down, see how that it's not right. So I figured that the needle got stuck, so I must have left some paint in there. It's clean right here, but you know, even people like me that have been airbrushing for a very long time, we forget. Look, that needle is stuck in there. That's no bueno. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to pull that out. Um, we're gonna clean this live, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to pretty much get it going with these airbrushes. All right, that way you guys can paint your models and stuff. I can't wait to see the work that you guys produce and get out of this. All right, and that'll be all, you guys.